When I was about 13, I was running a horse hay mower for Flem Harrington. One of my other jobs was to see that we had moose meat. I killed one about every week or 10 days. One day, the cook informed us at noon that a bear had got into the meat house and ruined all the meat, carried some of it out in the meadow and buried it. What are we going to do about that? He says to his brother Flem. So Flem said, oh, well, Bud can stay out there tonight and shoot that bear. And I say, hey, you know, I'm a little bit afraid to do that. It's dark and maybe I won't do a good job. So he said, oh yeah, you can do that. You've been getting moose with one shell. You can do it. And I said, how about that bear trap hanging on the back of the old storehouse? Flem says, I don't know how to set a bear trap. So I looked the situation over and said, yes, I can do that. And I set the bear trap in the doorway. The next morning, you never seen such a mess in your life. Everything is all tore up. I did cut a log about 16 feet long, 8 inches thick, a dry one, cut a groove about 2/3 of the way down the log, so that the bear has to drag it like a log. Not so that it goes crossways and catches in the stumps. So I follow this and follow probably a half a mile up into burnt country. And there he's caught finally. So I shot him in the trap, and the Indians took over. They wanted the hide, and Flem said, all I want is the grease. It was a huge bear. But to back up a little bit, the year before, Flem had been away at his other 35-mile away place, and he had taken up his garden. So when he rode in that night, he sees his cabin is broke into, and the storehouse has a hole in the roof where the bear had went in and completely devoured his winter rations of jam and such. So he was afraid. He couldn't go back out that night, so he sat in the doorway with his 12-gauge shotgun, double barrel, and waited thinking the bear might come back, which about early morning the bear turned up over a hill, and Flem didn't wait long enough. He took a shot when the bear was too far away. So he just wounded the bear badly. And he did follow it for a couple of miles. He found blood and hair, and then he couldn't find any more. So now to go ahead with the rest of the story, the bear, when we were rendering fat out, we found shot in the fat. It was the same bear that had been there the year before. There was absolutely no part of that bear left. The Indians took feet, a lot of the internal workings, and Flem got 50 pounds of lard from the bear.